Hi everyone, my advice to you would be to try and study in groups instead of independently. This enables you to get other perspectives on different topics and ideas, which can really be helpful to you in writing your answers. Pooling ideas together is also a lot more efficient as it saves you a lot of time and it helps you to see problems that you might not have been able to pick up on your own. A lot of times, discussions that my friends and I had just before going into the exam room actually came on the paper, and had we not spoken about those things previously, I might not have been able to answer the questions. So you really have a lot to gain from working closely with someone and sharing your knowledge. Number two would be wider reading. Do not just rely on the textbooks and handouts. Use the internet to find out more about key topics and to read and research cases and issues. Show the examiner that you took the liberty of researching and try to reflect that in your answer by including something that would differentiate your script from everyone else's. So for example, the use of an article, case, etc. But in doing that, make sure that it is relevant to the question. Number three would be your writing skills. Try to apply the law to the facts as you are answering the question. Do not state what the law is and then apply it to the facts. That often tends to be more wordy than necessary and wastes a lot of time. Number four would be to practice your past paper questions and read the examiner's reports. This gives you a better idea as to what the examiners are looking for and therefore helps you to better prepare yourself. A lot of the times the questions repeat themselves, they only switch up the facts a little bit. So practice really helps you to draw on the issues a lot quicker and to address them with ease as opposed to seeing them for the first time. What I also like to do is at the end of every chapter in the study guide, there are sample questions and answers. It will benefit you greatly to go through those thoroughly, switch to the end of the guide, see what the activities say, and try to complete the topics in their entirety. Number five is that you must complete all 4 questions on the exam paper and try to spend the same amount of time on each of them. It's really easy to think that if you answer 3 questions really well, it will make up for the marks you would lose by not really attempting a 4th. I know you're going to be tempted to squeeze in another case, another argument, point, whatever it be, but it's really important that once time is up, you stop wherever you are, conclude, and move on to the next question. My marks drastically increased when I took that approach. It's much better to answer all 4 questions, even if you didn't get to touch on every single thing you'd have liked to, than to spend too much time on one question and neglect another, which will ultimately result in you losing a lot of potential marks. Number 6 will be question selection. Now, this is a lot more important than people think. Don't be too quick to answer a question just because you studied everything on the topic. It's not about the amount of information you write, but the relevance of it to the question. So please make sure that you are answering the question set. Topics I thought I was stronger in, I ended up not even attempting in the exam, and questions I least expected to answer, I ended up choosing simply because the knowledge required to answer the question they pinpointed such a specific issue that I might not have been prepared for. So be mindful of that and don't be too quick to give a generic answer that does not respond directly to the question. Read your questions carefully and make sure that you're choosing the ones that you are best capable of answering. My final point to you would be essay planning. Now, essay structuring is a lot more important than you think. It makes writing the essay a lot easier and it saves you a lot of time in the exam room. I'm not by any means saying that you should have a model answer for specific topics, but try to formulate a general structure for different topics that you would like to follow and use that as a guide, because it really helps with clarity and allows your essay to flow so that when you're in the exam room, it's almost just like filling in the gaps. So try to do this from early because it will take time. Best of luck in your upcoming exams. Remember, whatever you put in is what you'll get out. Remember to say a short prayer before and after. Take care.